Hi, this is Cousin Russ. I thought I would take an opportunity to go through a problem that I just found in my database. I had been working on a 1920 federal census for a family. And at the end, I realized that um, the gentleman, the head of household, looks like had two wives. So I want to talk about that and how I resolved it. So let me get rid of this screen and bring up Family Tree Maker. A couple things. This is the people workspace, the tree view, because there's a number 2 here that says he was married twice. Before I go there, I just want to point out one more thing, because each person has a person ID. So the way you set that is go to Tools, Options, Names, References, and this is where you turn on that feature. I just want numbers. Each person will have a number. It is not repeated. It's unique. If you delete someone, that number will not be used again. If you merge two people, one of the two numbers will remain, and I will show you that. So this is the head of household, and this is what I know to be his wife. But when I look here, I see 2. And here's what I have. I have the name that I know, but this is the name that came in to my file with the merge. Now, I'm going to go to that person's page, and you'll see that this data was brought in as part of the 1920 census. You'll also notice that I have a to-do item, a task. Is it Nora J or Sarah J is what is in my to-do list, because I wasn't sure. And when I saw it, I said, I got to deal with it. So I'm going to just put it on my to-do list. So if I go to the head of household, this is all the data that I entered. I don't have any to-do lists for him, but I do if I pull this arrow underneath where the spouse is, you can see that I have the other spouse. And actually, the first observation was that she was not in the 1920 census, where I had expected to find her. Again, I did not deal with it, but I made that observation on my to-do list. And then I made the opposite, as I did for Nora. I said, is it Sarah J or Nora J? While I'm here, there is her person ID. It's 506, and the Nora is 522. So it's possible that I think they're the same person, and that's what I want to deal with. But what I do want to show you is the census record that gets me to question what I saw. So here is the census record. And in the transcription, it says Nora J, as I pointed out on my page in Family Tree Maker. But let's look at what the image says. So I'm going to open up the image to where that'll go away. So it is highlighted as it should, but I'm going to blow it up a little bit because I want to focus in on the wife. Now, I can certainly see, without paying too much attention, to where this may be Nora as opposed to Sarah. But if I look up the page, I see an S that looks like this, and I submit that that is an S and not. I can certainly see why a transcriber might see that, but I have a tendency to look to see if I find that other letter again. There's an S and there's an S. So I do believe that that is an S. So I've evaluated the record itself as opposed to just taken at the word of the transcription. So now here's what I want to do. I'm going to select Sarah, and I'm going to back up with do file, compact file, and I'm going to back it up. I'm going to use my just the default. Oops, sorry about that. I'm going to use my come on, go away. Let me make it, I'll change it to a default, and I'm going to put it here. For the moment, I will take care of it later because I want to do this. So I am now backing up my file. You should always do this when you're doing a merge of two people. And I'm doing that right now. And it will also compact the file. And what that does is it does a little database management and cleans up the database itself. I just run it one time. I've seen a lot of people get it down to 0, and I don't believe that's required. I've not had to do that yet. So there we go. It's compacting the file. And it's complete. And I'm going to go back to the people workspace to where I was. And there is Sarah. Again, her number is 506, and the other wife is 522. So I've got Sarah, and I want to bring the data from Nora into Sarah. So I go person, merge two specific individuals. And I'm going to click that. And remember that the record came in as Nora Hart. So I'm going to go up to Hart to where I believe that she will be. And one more, and there's Nora J. You notice down here in the lower right-hand corner of that screen, that's the person ID. That's why I have brought up that number. And there's 522, and in my database right now, Nora is a wife of Roy P., and as is Sarah. So what I'm going to do is bring that data from Nora into Sarah, and I click OK. Now it gives me some options. Now I'm not going to throw away any of the data that came in, but I'm going to keep Nora as an alternate name fact, because that's what Ancestry told me, and if you didn't look at the image, that would be agreeable. And she's Nora or Sarah, I didn't have a birth year, but with Nora, it is a birth, an about year, because it had her age, and I already have a 1930 census for her. So I'm bringing in as an alternate fact the 1920 census. And marriage status, she was married in 1930 and 1920. So that's comparing the two people. And I click OK. And now I just got a message up here at the top that it has been changed. So if I go back to Sarah, there is the entry that said Nora and all the other data that came in with her. So I now can go into the task list, and I can complete all of these because it was conflicting information, and that's the category that I put it in. And then I have a category for Sarah to find her in the 1920 census. Well, I did, but it was a different name. So anyhow, that is resolving conflicting information, merging two people that you believe are the same, and that's how it's done. Thank you. Have a great day.